You've gotten to see, talk to, meet a lot of people over the years that are successful and some that maybe fell off and whatnot. What is that common trait you're seeing in people who succeed and do well in the long haul, and those that, maybe their businesses fizzle out or they don't get the growth that they're hoping for?
Okay, so that's kind of an interesting concept. There's a few things here. I
Sure.
think one is clarity in terms of your why and your goals and your passion and what you're looking to achieve. Because if you don't know where your destination is, then you'll never get there, right? And it
Mm,
can't be a wishy-washy concept. It has to be very specific in terms of like, this is my 3-year goal. This is where I'm going, right?
mhm,
Because I see this a lot with Amazon sellers. Like some people are like, I want to have $1 million profit business a year. And you're like, that's awesome. How many products do you need to release? At what price point? At what profit margin? Like,
mm,
let's get into the actual numbers here, right? Let's see what kind of work is it going to take on a 30, 60, 90 days for the next, few months, and then this coming year and the next 3 years to actually help you to achieve that. Are you looking to exit? Are you looking to build a sustainable brand that you're going to have for the next 10, 20 years? Like, let's start first with what your overall goal is. What kind of lifestyle are you looking for? Are you a mom or dad who wants to spend a ton of time with your kids and you're comfortable with having a home of this type of value and be able to take a few vacations? Or are
mhm,
you someone with a huge ambitious that wants to like build wealth? You know what I mean? Like,
mhm,
what does that mean to you? What kind of time are you willing to put in? What kind of, all of these things, and what kind of funds do you have? What kind of risk are you willing to take, right?
mm,
Because I feel that the ones that are the most successful, and success has to be defined in that person's concept of what success means to them, because
mhm,
success is not always the same word to everyone. If you ask me
mm,
what success means to me versus the next person, it could be two completely different concepts, right? So
mhm,
it's like guys who are most successful, and to me that also translates into happiness, is they're clear on their goals, they're clear on their why, and they've broken down what it means that they need to actually get there, right?
mhm,
And from there, they have the resources, right?
mhm,
And they have the network, like we mentioned, and they get the knowledge that they need, et cetera, et cetera. And so I think being surrounded by positive, like-minded network of people, having people that they look up to that are doing better than they are doing, that's also very key. Like I see that a lot of the most successful Amazon sellers in this space, they also look up to other people who might be 2, 3 steps ahead of them. You
mhm.
see, so it's like finding those mentor types, finding people who've already been through that journey to learn from. I think that's extremely valuable. And then a lot of it to me is just persistence and mindset,
Mhm.
because there will be failures. You will, have problems, and it just depends if you're willing to persist. A really good girlfriend of mine, she's amazing, mother of 2. She's got a brilliant brand. She's going to exit for 8 figures. This woman is amazing, right? Her first 2 products were absolute duds. And she dumped a ton of money into both of them, and they were total duds. And she could have one of them was mason jars, to give you an example, and most of them had broken because she didn't source it correctly. Just to give you an example, right? So like this woman could have, after those 2 experiences, just said, you know what, this is not for me. But she persisted and she decided to go with a beauty brand. And she's now one of like the most successful people I know, because this brand is going to be worth so much when she exits. And she's just such an incredible person. So I think part of it's also persistence.
I love it. That was awesome. That was a
Okay,
great
thank
answer.
you.
That was a great answer. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I don't even know how to follow up with that. So